In the Cardmarket Shark Tank, 3 card sharks will receive your pitches and each select one of your modern decks to bring to a Friday night Magic event, competing for who can win the most rounds. Let's open the submissions now.
Hey, I'm Brian.
What have you brought today, Brian?
Hold on to your seats. I'm going to introduce to you Subera Storm. Now you might be wondering, what even is a Subera? Well, glad you asked. It's these freaky little spirits over here. We have 5 of each color in our deck. When a Subera goes into the graveyard, for each Subera that died this turn, you get one of those effects. So you draw a bunch of cards, you do a bunch of damage.
And Brian, how are we getting all these Zuberas into play?
I'm glad you asked. So for that, we have a Reanimator package, Return to the Ranks or other spells like that. For only 2 or 4 mana, we got all those Suberas from the graveyard directly onto the battlefield.
I think that's a bit much for me. I think this will be a pass for me.
Brian, I love how convincing you are, and I love your idea. Unfortunately, Zuberos is not my field of expertise, so I think I'm not the right shark for you. For that reason, I'm sorry, but I'm also out.
Thank you, Brian, for your time. The sharks will have to pass on this one and swim away to other shores.
Hi, thank you for having me here, Sharks. My name is Troy. I'm here to pitch a deck for, there's a lot of tribes in Magic, including Merfolk, Goblin, Wizards, but some tribes sort of stay under the radar. They're not as popular, and, I think that one of them should get a little bit more love in the modern format. The thing is, I realized one thing. I was coming on a Cardmarket to talk about a Magic deck, and if there's anything that Cardmarket loves, as you all are displaying with your beautiful, beautiful outfits, it's a little bit of costume. And right now, I've just got a t-shirt. What's this?
Oh, is there a gimmick? Oh, yes! I love this!
What happened to be ninjas. I think that ninjas can do a little bit more in the modern format by getting in with evasive threats, ninjutsuing out some creatures, and then dealing damage and drawing a bunch of cards. Everyone's favorite thing to do in a game of Magic. So if we're gonna do that, we're gonna need some really important cards for this deck. I played this deck in Legacy for a very long time, so I know that we're gonna need cards like, Force of Will, Yuriko. If we're gonna get in there, we need to have big threats and draw a bunch of cards. The catch is, both of these cards, not legal and modern. So we're gonna have to make some changes. So instead, we've got Ingenious Infiltrator and Force of Negation. We've got plenty of other counter spells as well. Disrupting Shoal, Subtlety, which also serves as an evasive threat that can sort of tempo out our opponents and stop turn 1 shenanigans, as Modern has been known to do nowadays.
I'm sorry, it just seems too risky to me. I'm out.
I like your idea, but can you guarantee me a return over investment of at least 80% win rate?
I think that an 80% win rate... sorry, the light's a little hot in here. Well, I think that 80% win rate is a little bit high for most decks in the format. I think if anything has exactly an 80% win rate, it's sort of dominating the field, and Wizards should really work on something about that.
I have to be out. I'm sorry, Troy.
Troy, I love your enthusiasm.
You are right, ninjas aren't represented enough. That's because no one sees them because they're so sneaky. I love the showmanship, I love the deck, I'm buying it. I'm gonna bring this deck to a 4-0 victory at Spielfilm Musik. Thank you very much.
Carl, enjoy fighting from the shadows, drawing cards, and getting in there.
I'm Kai, and thank you for the opportunity to present my great deck. So, Sharks. My deck is around Dubious Challenge. 4-mana sorcery, where you look at the top 10 cards of your library, and then you exile 2 creatures. Your opponent gets 1, they get to choose which one they want, and you get the other one. So that sounds really bad.
It does. Well noticed.
Okay, he's not delusional, that's good.
But we are running an Emrakul and a Flicker Wisp. So if they choose the Emrakul, we Flicker Wisp the Emrakul, because we get the Flicker Wisp, and then we have an Emrakul and a Flicker Wisp. If they're smart and they choose the Flicker Wisp, and we get the Emrakul, then they just have a Flicker Wisp and we have an Emrakul. The only sort of downside is that, 25% of the time it doesn't work.
The only downside. Kai, would you tell me what happens if they hit 2 Emrakul?
Well, then you just choose nothing and you spend 4 mana on doing nothing.
I'm out.
Kai, your deck idea is too dubious for me.
welcome.
How's it going, guys?
What do you have for us today?
Mono white prison in case you're running into a lot of scam.
I'll take it.
Welcome to the Cardmarket Shark Tank.
My name is Alejandro, aka Aledin, and I'm rooting for a deck that I've called Don Vito in honor to Vito Corleone. The main card of the deck is Vito Thorn of the Dusk. The main idea of the deck is to sacrifice big creatures in power and toughness, but those are cheap mana value creatures. Then, when you sacrifice those creatures, you gain life, you create some tokens, you deal some direct damage, and also you draw cards.
Alejandro, it seems like a very risky deck, but it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I will play your deck.
Wow, I'm rooting for you, Filipa.
Frank Karsten buys his cards on Cardmarket.
Now that we have 3 decks of dubious promise, it's time to sleeve up the cards and see how well they can perform in our local Modern Monday, played here at Spielfilmmusik.
This is Patrick, my round 1 opponent. He's smiling because he's been deceived by the cunning of the ninjas. Let's see what he's playing. He's on a mulligan to 6, so we see 3 lands, a 1 ring, and a removal spell. Let's send that ring back to Middle Earth. Opponent keeps up a removal spell. Let's get rid of it. Oh no, he drew another one. Well, let's see if we can get it out of his hand with this ninja. It's a 1000-face shadow. For now, it's just a 1/1 flyer, but I can put it into play by bringing back an attacking creature to my hand, and if I do that, I get a copy of another attacking creature.
This is my opponent JP, and I don't think he's ready for what I'm about to do. Oh, I'm not ready for this either. It's a Stalactite Stalker, and if a permanent enters his graveyard this turn, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Oh, and my opponent plays a Mog Fanatic. I love Mog Fanatic. It's such a throwback. Oh no, Mog Fanatic. He died for the sins of Stalactite Stalker. Let's punish Stalactite Stalker with Ruined Halo.
I'm playing against Alex. Hello, Alex. Something about him seems really nice, but I'll have to defeat him with your Don Vito deck. I'll fetch for this top Overground 2. My opponent fetches 2. Welcome to Modern. He plays Utopia Sprawl. Very cool. I'll play a Swamp and hope to draw a white source. Okay, let's draw. Wait, what? Silence? Ugh, okay.
Okay friends, welcome back to Tempo Town. It's not as exciting as I'd like it to be. My clock is just a 1/1 flying ninja that kicks like it forgot about leg day. But give me 19 more turns and we're winning this game. Let's toss these to see what's cooking in Patrick's hand. Oh wow, that's a surprising stew. Let's take the removal spell. Oh, what a surprise, Shieldred! That's okay, I'll fetch down to 7 and use the Revolt trigger on my land to use my Fatal Push here. Wait, another one? What is this, the Matrix? Get out of here! Let's attack for 4. Now this is pod racing. Okay, let's get rid of the Shieldred for the 3rd time. Oh no, my clock! I guess we're just both top decking really well. How are you doing, Toral?
So I'm about to become the bad guy here. JP has no idea what he's in for, but to be honest, he's trying his best. I already have protection from his Stalactite Stalker, and oh look, a way to win the game, Goblin Bombardment. Let's play Suppression Field and make that prohibitively expensive. Oh, a Zoyova Lava Tongue. Let's give all my permanents Shroud with this Sterling Rove, and for good measure, block all of the artifacts with Stony Silence. I didn't even know about Walking with Lista in his head. I just played it for the extra value. This is great. There's Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Let's just discard to the Lava Tongue. And let's not discard to the Lava Tongue in the future because we play Rune Havel on it so we don't get any damage. Okay, now I'm just facing the Fable of the Mirror Breaker Goblin Beatdown. I can handle this because, now drum roll please, we float 7 mana with the Nyctos in play and cast Enduring Ideal. Search your library for an enchantment card and put it into play, then shuffle your library. Now, that seems a bit expensive, but it has Epic, so that means I cannot cast any spells anymore, but I will cast this once each turn in my upkeep. So that means, for now, we're gonna look for Sphere of Safety, which means he has to pay 6 mana for every creature attacking me. I will give it to my opponent. He is trying hard with Krenko. Let's play a little with our foot here. I'll get Hallowed Haunting. Okay, that's enough. I feel bad. Let's end this once and for all. I'll get Starfield of Nyx. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may return an enchantment card from your graveyard to the battlefield. But as long as you control 5 or more enchantments, all other non-aura enchantments you control are creatures in addition to their types and with base power and toughness equal to the mana value. Yeah, GP, you played well, but I'd be scooping here too. How's your game going, Felipa?
Alex just played a solitary confinement, and I don't know what to expect anymore. I'll take one from Decidus, and let's see what Don Vito has to say. It's a 1/3. Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. But that's not all. For 3 generic and black, I can give creatures I control lifelink until the end of the turn. Oh no, that's an anti-nice for my Vito. Alex will even draw a card and gain life of that. And oof of this Utopia Sprawl. You really found a great way to minimize the downside of that solitary confinement. I'll have to work really hard to win through this. Let's see what I draw. What? Silence again? Okay, at least he's sacrificing the solitary confinement, but that kind of confidence cannot be good for me. Carl, you are winning your game, right?
No, I got him down to 4. It was so close, but I can't beat an Archon of Cruelty. My chances are going to be better in game 2. Todd, speaking of game 2.
JP is playing Stellar Stalker again. He really didn't learn from the last round, did he? Let's ruin Halo it again. Actually, I'll just read you the order in which I play my enchantments this game because that's basically all I did. Remove 1 avenue of victory from JP at a time, so let's pause here. He played a Fable, so I made sure attacking me was very costly for him with Ghostly Prison, which forced him to pay 2 mana for each creature attacking me. He played another Lava Tongue, so I cancelled it out with another Rune Halo. He was about to flip the Fable, so I made sure that was no good by playing another Suppression Field. He played a Putrid Goblin, which enables a combo that can target me with a lot of damage, so I played a Ley Line that made me untargetable. And now we play Enduring Ideal. Oh, do you hear that beautiful music? It's like a warm bath. I am so safe now with bubbles and so I am safe. Nothing can ever happen to me, but let's be safer. Let's get a Phyrexian Unlife saving me from losing the game at 0 life. I do get poisons counters instead of going below 0, but you know, that's not gonna problem me at all because let's seal it once and for all and get Solemnity. Yes, now I can't get counters. No, not even poison counters, which means they're problem solved. I can't die. I'm literally immortal.
Life is not as good on my end. I'm on the wrong side of these enchantments. Alex has Jeskai Ascendancy in play, and he has a dice to count the amount of spells he has played. This is because Jeskai Ascendancy gives your creatures +1/+1 every time you play a non-creature spell and untap them. Now every time he taps his Sanctum Weaver for mana, he is adding 7 mana to his pool. But then, if he plays a spell, he not only makes his Sanctum Weaver bigger, he also untaps to make even more mana and draws a card out of the Decidus. Now, all he needs to do is use this Destiny Spinner to turn all of his lands into 9/9s and attack. And I'm burnt toast. Carl, are you doing any better?
Actually, Patrick mulliganed and kept a risky hand, so this Topsy's taking a removal spell is going to do a lot of work. But speaking of risky hands, I'm on a mulligan as well and had to keep a 1-land hand. No, a Shieldred. But that's okay, I've basically have protection from Shieldred so far this match because let's just counter it. And yes, we are on our ninjutsu business now. Life is looking good. Oh no, Patrick's stabbing a lot of lands. That's a lot of lands. I'm a goner. Oh, it was just a fake out. Good one, Patrick. My man. I can really appreciate that. Tapping out was not the optimal play, but sometimes you have to sacrifice a little for the meme. Okay, let's Thoughtseize and see what action he's got. Ooh, this is looking good for me. Talaf, are you still doing nothing?
Oh yeah, I played Dovescape and JP packed up his cards. This is 1 win for you even and your mono-white prison deck, and it's looking good for you because both Carl and Felipa are down a game.
Not so fast, Alf. I'm ninjamming over here, and we finally have a real beatdown plan. Patrick plays a big scary troll, but we'll remove it. Tries to get rid of our creatures, but we have our pockets full of counter spells. Now it's 1-1. Oh, it could be anybody's game. Troy, keep your hopes up. How's your second game going, Felipa?
I think I'm off to a really good start. I have removal spell for Decidus, we have our Veto. Okay, he bounced Veto with the Fairy, but that's okay. It's just a small bump with the road. Okay, playing Ascendancy again, but it's okay. Not much going on yet.
Well, Patrick has much going on right now and it's called Shield Dread. Oh, luckily I top deck a removal spell. And now it's time to show you the coolest card Troy put into this deck. Ingenious Infiltrator only costs 2 mana to ninjutsu in, and whenever any ninja deals damage to an opponent, I draw a card. Let's get this sneaky train choo-chooing, shall we? Patrick plays a 1-ring, that's okay. I'll attack anyways, just get value out of this Kaito as he allows me to draw a card and then only discard if I did not attack this turn.
Well, speaking of card advantage, you see that pile of cards on Alex's side? He just cast Dance of the Mans. Not only is he getting all of those back to the battlefield, not only is he drawing an handful of cards, not only are they all 4/4 creatures now, but he turns his Claudius into a creature and that's way bigger than my Veto can block. Good games, Alex. This is a dance I cannot keep up with. Well done. It's okay, Aladdin. We'll get him next turn. Carl, did you manage to get anywhere?
Oh yeah, Philippa! It's going great on my side. He destroyed my Kaito and played another ring, but I have so many creatures on my side. I'm drawing so many cards that all it took was a sneaky little ninja dance and Patrick decided he had seen enough. So Troy fastened that Naruto bandana. We are currently 1-0.
And I'm holding up strong for even. Both of us won our first game. I think this deck is incredible. I mean, my first round opponent was kind of easy, and even though this is a user-submitted deck, it kind of feels super powerful if we get the right enchantments and the Nykthos, so I might even have a shot of winning.
Let's go! We lost the first round, but all I need is a bit of luck and a little fewer silences from my opponent, and I think we can shake that deck Aladdin made for us.
And don't forget, we are currently at Monday Night Modern at Spielfilmmusik in Berlin, and our goal was to each take one deck brewed from a creative submitter and see who could perform best in this 4-round tournament. So far, Tarlef and I have an early lead. Does Banjo look like he's ready to fall for some shadow kicks? Let's go Naruto on his deck box. Ooh, that's a Tron player. Alright, let's see what ingredients he's cooking with. Ooh la la, is that 2 rings? Let's just take this Ballista since it mows down all our creatures and let's hope to draw some counter spells. He plays a star. Okay, time to show him what's hiding behind that Ornithopter. You guessed it, it's a ninja.
Meet JP. He's about to meet his doom like, 9 enchantments on the battlefield can't do anything doom. Oh, again Stone Caverns. I guess he'll start with a land in play. I'll play a Temple Garden and pass. He plays a fetch land. I'll play Plains and pass. Not sure what to name with my Huruned Halo yet. Oh no, I didn't draw a land. This is not looking good. Hopefully his deck is slow and... Okay, Flame of Honor. Hopefully that means his deck is just a budget deck. I'll run out this suppression field. Okay, it gets countered. Well, I'll survive. Maybe he's playing a deck that has a lot of activated abilities. Oh no, he's playing Rhinos. I am screwed.
Well, look who we have here. It's JP, the Goblins player that went against Toralf last round. Well, this will be either his or my time to shine. He plays a Skirt Prospector. I'll play a Delighted Halfling. Oh, this is a Stalactite Stalker. I know this one, it can be very scary. Ooh, and a Mahur Urk Eye Captain. This is like a Ardent Scales, but for goblins? Very cool. I'll play a Forest and pass. Okay, and I got the Soul Cauldron. This will allow his creatures to gain the activated abilities of creatures he exiles from his graveyard. He has a lot of power coming in. I'll play a Daemogod Titan. It's an 11/10, but I'll have to sacrifice a creature to attack or block with it. Oh, that's a lot of damage. I'll be forced to double block that Stalker and sacrifice my Delighted Halfling. This is not going well. Will I ever win a single game this tournament?
I'm almost there. I have so many creatures on the board. I just need him not to have a third 1-ring. He plays the second one. That's okay. I have so many ninjas. One day he'll run out of rings and then I'll get to attack and draw 9 cards and it'll be beautiful and we'll all rejoice and I'll send a picture of it to my parents to hang on the wall. I'll attack just to practice my swing. He plays a Sylvan Scrying that looks like a fancy leaf. Okay, he's assembled Tron. We're online. Another ring? What is this, Sonic? He'll run out of those eventually. Let's attack again just to show who's boss. Oh no, an Oblivion Stone! He'll crack his baubles. I think I have a plan. Oh, this is perfect. He plays a Karn. Now I have a Subtlety and a Thoughtseize in hand. Put the Karn back on top of his library here with my Subtlety. Then all I need to do is Thoughtseize that Wormcoil Engine out of his hand, then bring back the Subtlety, and I may be winning this game. Okay, swap it back to my hand with the Ninja to counter the Karn again. Remember that he'll be taking damage off of that ring. Okay, let's get rid of the Wormcoil Engine in his hand. Oh, 2 Ulamogs. Oh, I'm doomed. It was a good run. Tav, did you beat the Rhinos?
Nope, not even close. Maybe it is a little harder to beat a real modern deck. Let's go to game 2.
Guys, I've decided this is my game to win.
Go Philippa, win this game for Aladdin.
I've seen you win with worse decks than this one. You just haven't gotten to do your tricks yet.
Well, let's play a card that is probably going to have to read. This is the Ancient One. It's an 8/8 for only 2 mana that can't attack or block unless we have 8 permanents in our graveyard. Okay, we'll play another Stalactite Stalker. And it can attack because I cannot block without 8 permanents in my graveyard. Now let's put the pieces of the puzzle together. I'll play Vito, is the cog that will make this deck tick. Whenever I gain life, my opponents lose that much life as well. Play another Uruk Eye Captain. He attacks, plays a Walking Ballista for 0. Ooh, this means it dies on the spot, triggering the Descent trigger on his Stalker. This is my moment. I'll pass the turn. He has no idea what's coming. Okay, he'll attack. Sack the Mock Fanatic to deal me damage. Kind of rude. He passes the turn. Let's go. I'll play a Momentous Fall. To play it, I have to sacrifice a creature. Sorry, the Ancient One, but you are a spirit god, so I'm sure it'll be okay. And now I gain 8 life because that's his toughness. I draw 8 cards because that's his power, and I deal 8 damage, all thanks to Vito's ability. This might be the best 4 mana I've ever spent. Okay, maybe I don't deal 8 because he'll sacrifice his Stalactite Stalker to not out my Vito. But watch this, I'll draw 8 cards.
Oh wow, that's beautiful!
Oh, I think I'm about to cry. I can't wait till my parents put this up on their wall.
Alright, back to business. Let's get that arc out of the way. Uruk, bye. Let's get another Vito down on the board. Oh, a Walking Ballista? Let's get that out of the way. Here, I told you the old one would be fine. Let's also play a Delighted Halfling. Opponent plays an Agatha Soul Cauldron. Let's crack this fetch to have enough permanents in my graveyard so that the old one can attack. Let's go to combat. Now I activate my Vito, which gives my creatures lifelink. Which means I attack for 10, and then I gain 10, and Vito's ability then deals another 10. That's 20 damage.
Whoa, that was incredible.
Well done. That was the coolest thing I've seen all tournaments so far. Speaking of cool things, watch this. I boarded in a Dothy Voidwalker. Let's do some ninja moves. Draw, discard. And now let's Thoughtseize. This is going to be gross. I feel dirty. Now I'll make him discard his Wormcoil Engine, which gets exiled with a Void counter, because anytime a card would go to his graveyard, my Dothy Voidwalker exiles it instead and puts a counter on it. He'll play a map. I'll attack, draw, discard. Now let's sacrifice a Dothy Voidwalker, allowing me to play an exiled card with a Void counter for free. And of course, we're gonna do the cruel thing and play Banjo's Worm. Yeah, that's too dirty. He's seen enough. Let's give this man his worm back.
Let me tell you a funny little story. Once upon a time, I played a Sterling Grove. My opponent did not care. Okay, I played a second Sterling Grove. My opponent cared twice as less. Then my opponent played some Rhinos, and played some more Rhinos, and played some more Rhinos, and I lost the game.
Just a quick aside, do not buy this deck and bring it to a Modern tournament, because Violent Outburst was banned 4 days ago in Modern.
Philippa, if you win this last game, we are tied.
I had to mulligan down to 5. It's not looking good.
Well, I saw you draw 8 cards earlier, so all you need is another old one and a way to sacrifice it. I'm pretty sure you're back in business.
Okay, he plays a Skirk Prospector. I'll play a land. My opponent plays a Mahur Uruk Hai. Nice to meet you. I'll take 2 and I play a really blinked out Ancient One. Oh no, he plays a Roiling Vortex. Not only can JP pay 1 to prevent me from gaining life, but I'll take 1 damage every turn. This negates my whole game plan. Carl, if you win this one, you'll be in the lead now.
Oh, don't worry about that. Banjo played an Oblivion Stone and it destroyed all my chances of winning along with anything fun that was on the battlefield. So you just need to play through that Roiling Vortex and we're all tied.
This Roiling Vortex is going to be a problem because I would have gotten so much value here. I'm playing 10 the pests, which will make me sacrifice my Ancient One to make 8 1/1 pests that gain 1 life if I sacrifice them. JP attacked my Ancient One thinking I couldn't block, but these pests will clean up his attackers very nicely. He'll sacrifice his Prospector to activate the Vortex and make sure I cannot gain life this turn. JP plays a Stalactite Stalker. I'll draw. I'll give the Stalactite Stalker a little kick. Attack for 6. Okay, we're getting there. He plays another Stalactite Skulker and a Putrid Goblin. Oh wait, that means they stopped out. We've got this. I'll play a Veto. Remember, when I gain life, JP loses that much life. Now I can just attack for 6 and then sacrifice all of my pests to gain 6 life. This would deal 6 extra damage to JP. And since it does not have any open mana, it can auto-activate the Roiling Vortex to prevent me from gaining that life. This is our window, and there's the handshake.
So we're tied. Great job, Felipa.
Yeah, now that there are only 2 rounds left, if we can dodge the Rhino stack, we should be fine. I mean, our budget decks look actually like they can put up a fight, right?
Okay guys, I believe in us. Let's make Evan and Alejandro proud.
This man stands between me and ultimate ninja domination. I kept an iffy hand, but my opponent mulliganed down to 6 and I have a Thoughtseize in hand. Oh, and he's playing Giganta. That's our spoiler card. Oh, he kept a 1-lander? This might be very good for us. When in doubt, take the monkey route out. Okay, opponent plays a land and keeps up his stubborn denial. I'll play an Ornithopter that's maybe secretly a ninja. My opponent fetches. He top decks a land and plays a Nishoba Brawler? That's an angry kitty. Since my opponent has 4 basic land types in play, it's currently a 4/3 trample. I'll Thoughtseize away that lightning bolt. His stubborn denials are online now. They'll be really hard to fight through. Oh, my opponent starts tribal flaming my face? That's a bad sign. He does not care about my ninjas. I'll force him negation it and see if he wants to counter back. Oh, not even. He doesn't care. This is not going well, Todd, for you winning.
I'm on a mulligan to 5, but look, I'm playing against the Banjo Man himself. But now let's get serious. This is a cautionary tale. Sometimes you decide to keep a 1-land hand because mulligan the 4 seems bad, but sometimes you also get punished. I'll play a Leyline of Sanctity. Maybe it will help my Nyctase one day make mana. Banjo plays a Sphere and passes. I draw and I pass. Banjo gets the 3rd Tron left with his Sylvan Scrying. I managed to hit a land and play a Suppression Field. 1 more land and I'm still in the game. My opponent plays Karn Liberated. Oh, I'm so happy to have the Suppression Field, so I play another one. Okay, Banjo has a lot of mana now. He can start blowing up my lands with the Karn. Okay, there goes my last land. And here you see where the young Magic player gets punished for keeping only 1 land. Banjo plays 1 ring. Oh, another land, but it's a Nykthos. Oh, and that's an Ulamog. Nope, we're done. Felipa, any better luck?
I'm playing against Patrick. It's my time to avenge Coral.
Oh, sweet. I can't wait to see this match.
Well, you can't because we forgot to turn on the camera above me.
Oh no! Was it a sweet game?
It was good. I comboed and everything.
No! Did you win?
No, but it was very close.
I think I found a way to win this game. He can't counter my ninjas doing their things, so I'll be able to draw a lot of cards and hitting him for 6 here. Just enough to protect myself on the swing back. Oh no! Orcish Bowmaster! That can snipe my 1 toughness ninjas. Oh no, and the saddest thing is I have to draw the cards. Oh, I'm punished for my sneaky ninja tricks. Bowmaster gets to shoot 2 more times and get bigger. Oh, I'm done here. My sneaky boys and I need some time to recover. Todd, did you keep more lands this game?
I did, and look at this. I have a Stony Silence. This is probably going to be quite good against the Tron deck, right? And I can protect it from Karn with Greater Auramancy. This is actually shaping up to be a good game. And I'm rewarded. My opponent just untapped and plays a useless expedition map and a 20-turn beatdown plan. And speaking of a beatdown plan, while my opponent will be stuck on doing nothing, I can start making 1/1s with lifelink every turn. Okay, a Karn. Let's pass and keep open mana to make soldiers and pressure Karn. Oh, that's a Sundering Titan. That allows him to destroy 1 of every basic land type, so there go 2 of my lands. Let's make a soldier. This game is becoming hopeless. Sundering Titan is so good. Oh, and he copies his own Sundering Titan. I guess 2 Sundering Titan is better than 1 Sundering Titan. Yeah, I'm done, Carl, so you probably have a chance to take a lead here.
Oh, my opponent is so happy with his hand that he's showing it to the camera, so it's not looking good. All right, let's look at it too. I mean, Bowmaster's just so good against us. We have to take it. He plays a Ragavan. I play a creature that, in this circumstance, is essentially a Doomblade. Oh no, and not only does he have the second Ragavan, he also has a 3/3. I mean, I try to put up a fight, but his creatures are just too big. At least, you know, this will keep suspense for the final round.
So we are all still tied.
Yeah, how did it come to this? After the first round, I was so certain that we were unstoppable. My deck seemed so good.
Well, we have to honor the people that submitted these decks. Troy had too awesome of a performance not to at least give him 2 wins. Let's do our best. If we all win, yes, we'll remain tied. But we'll all have something to be proud of.
And if even one of us wins this round, we'll be able to crown a winner. We can do this.
Yes, I believe this will be our round. We just have to avoid playing against rhinos. Or each other.
Hello again.
Well, I guess we're playing musical JPs because we've all played against this guy. I know this sounds slightly bad, but if Todd and Felipa both defeated this guy, I like my chances. Ooh, that's 2 goblin bombardments. Those destroy my entire game plan. Let's take one of those away. He plays a Mog Fanatic. Oh, has to start getting these out of the way because these are going to be great at taking out my ninjas. Goodbye, ninja. You fought so well. He tries for the second bombardment. Let's go for some negation. I'll exile a subtlety. All right, those are all of the problematic cards. Hopefully that's it. The issue is that his cards are really good at dealing 1 damage and mine are really good at dying to 1 damage. I'll save you some time. I did not win this game. Felipa, we have our hopes in you. Who are you facing?
This is Basti and I'm in big trouble because he seems to be playing Amulet Titan. That's a very powerful deck. I'll use this dress down to whack him in the face for 8 with my Ancient one. He'll play another Amulet and a Grazer. Now this is my moment. I play Veto. I have a Right of Consumption in my hand. It asks me to sacrifice a creature, and when I do, it deals damage equal to its power, and I gain that much life. With Veto on the board, that's a 16 damage hit. We've got the win next turn, Chad. Okay, that's the 1 ring. We have the win the next turn, then I'll pass. I have nothing to do here now, and I'll just win next turn.
Oh no, Felipa, that's another ring.
It's okay, Carl. I have the last combo piece in hand. As long as Basti does not win next turn, I've got this. I'll play my boat. It's a lot to crew, but it can draw me 11 cards. Okay, he'll draw some cards as well. He makes 4 mana due to his amulets. Oh, that's a Dryad of the Elysian Grove. That will allow him to play an additional land per turn, not if I cast down in response. Now, it no longer has the ability, so I can easily just untap and win the game with my Right of Consumption. He does not have enough mana for a Titan and already made his land drop. The only thing he could have is... No!
Oh, Felipa, what?
No, I just wanted to see you toss an Ancient God in his face for 16. Is that too much to ask for?
I'll pass the turn. Hopefully I'll survive 1 more turn and get to win. My opponent gets a 3rd Amulet. He'll transmute for a Boseiju. Oof, that's a Primeval Titan. And a Valakut and Slayer's Stronghold. Now, this interaction is a bit complicated, so I'll walk you through it. The Dryad turns all his lands into mountains. Valakut says that whenever a mountain enters the battlefield under your control, if you control at least 5 other mountains, which you do when your lands are turned into mountains, you may have Valakut deal 3 damage to any target. This is 2 mountains, so you'll deal 3 to me and 3 to Veto. I'll crew my boat, sacrifice my Spirit God to gain 8 life and draw 8 cards. I know I'm about to lose, but let's draw 8 cards together, because it's still cool.
You're right, this is lovely.
Drawing 8 cards will never not bring a tear to my eye.
And then he Boseijus my boat and I lose the game.
This is Lucas. Look at his face. He seems like an evil and challenging adversary. Oh no, this game is starting like my 2nd round. I have a bad feeling about this. It seems like Lucas decided to bring a, well, you know, good deck. I'll play a suppression field. He'll respond by cracking a fetch land, which is very smart. Please don't be rhinos. He will island cycle. Okay, please don't be rhinos. He plays a Mutterwald. Well, technically that's a rhino. I have some hope. I'll play Rune Halo naming Mutterwald, I guess, so I don't get attacked. Oh, bother. That's a violent outburst. Well, I wonder what that will cascade into. Oh, look! 2 rhinos! Oh, he also has an ardent plea. Fun! More rhinos! I play another Ruined Halo. As Ruined Halo enters the field, I can choose a card name. Now, unfortunately, this is the whole problem of all of this. Rhinos are tokens. They're not a card, so I can't name rhinos.
Okay, back on track, my friends. We're so close, except for Taral.
Yeah, Lucas should be renamed to Bone Crusher Giant because I just got stumped.
We have to start winning again. Luckily, it's looking good for me right now. I have a Dothy Voidwalker on the battlefield, so I have to do that annoying thing where I keep on reminding JP to exile all the cards that go in his graveyard so I can potentially steal them back later, but who knows because we really just don't want 1/1 goblins. Oh, look over there!
Yes, Carl?
Haha, got you! No, look back here! I ninjutsu my Surge Hacker and draw! I'm in. I play my Dothy Voidwalker again. And another ninja. Okay, he's got a Scourge Prospector, but he can't play his combo for infinite mana through my Dothy Voidwalker. Attack with my team. Origato, Mr. Goblino, ninja time. I draw, and then I draw, and I discard. There we go, we've got a second Dothy Voidwalker. He sacrifices his Prospector to play Krenko Mob Boss itself. It has a really cool ability, but mostly here it's just a really good blocker. I attack him down to 4 with the Voidwalkers. Play an Engineered Explosives for 0 to make sure he does not do any token shenanigans. Because if I pay 2 and blow it up, everything with converted mana cost 0 disappears. And 2 Flying Ninjas. I think we got there!
You won against the goblins?
Yeah, and it turns out all I needed to win was to draw 2 Modern Horizons 2 cards that are not ninjas.
Speaking of good cards, I'm playing Thoughtseize here, and all he has is 5 lands and a Titan. This is great. I'll eeny, meeny, miny, mo, you have no Titan, no mo. I have time now though. I just need more lands. He gets another amulet with Urza's Saga. He transmutes for a Summoner's Pact. I think I might be done for. I'll play Momentous Fall, sacrifice my Ancient one and draw 8, gain 8. Hopefully I can draw a land in a Thoughtseize. Here we go. That's a land, but no Thoughtseize. He has it now. He plays Dryad and Titan and I'm comboed out. So Ralph, did you manage to win a game against Rhinos?
No, I was Rhino's food. Now if Kyle just wins his last game, he actually comes in first place, somehow with a 2-2 record.
Our fate is in the hands of the ninjas.
This game is actually kind of close. Oh, never mind, that's a walking Ballista.
Ballista is just so good against that deck.
He's sacrificing the Ballista for the Shen trigger. This is actually good for you, right?
Yeah, I can discard a land and now there's no Ballista to chop my creatures in half. Attack for 2, draw a card, bounces Angry Frog with my Brazen Borrower. The tables are turning, my friends.
Oh, he plays it again, and the Orc as well. That might just be too much to deal with.
Get that frog out of here. I'll attack, draw a card.
You are drawing 2 cards per turn, and he has nothing in hand.
He attacks, I'm down to 2. That thing has menace. Goblin Bombardment?
Yeah, you have to counter that.
Consider it done. Okay, so can't attack anymore because that Orc has menace.
Oh, he's tapping 6 mana.
Imagine it's a Muxus. I'm calling the judge immediately.
Boo! Well played, JP. Well played.
So we're tied?
Yep, we're tied. We all have an equal amount of points.
Yes, and had an equal amount of fun.
Check out Felipa's channel. She wins much more there.
I can't believe I wore a mustache for this.